Kelly's paw. I got off the bed and tried to leave, but Pierce grabbed my hand. I immediately wiped the tears that rolled down my cheeks before he could see them. He stood in front of me and looked at my face as I tried so hard to look down and avoid his eyes. I felt my heart breaking into pieces. I thought I could make him fall in love with me within those 3 years together. I thought his feelings would level up and would see me as a woman rather than just a best friend. I was stupid for hoping and dreaming so high. I failed. No matter how hard I tried, his heart belonged only to his first love, Lexi. Kelly. I sucked my breath and swallowed the pain as I looked at him. I faked a smile. I need to wash up before eating. He stared into my eyes as if trying to figure out what I was thinking. I know he knew me too well, so I tried so hard to hide my pain and smiled at him. He sighed and let go of my hand. Okay, I'll wait for you here. Let's eat and go to work together. How cruel could he be? He still wanted us to get along, like he didn't ask for a divorce? He wanted us to stay the way we were right after he told me that his first love was back and he wanted to divorce me. Oh, Pierce, what was going on in your head? If I used to be able to force myself to stay in the seat of his best friend wishing him happiness, I no longer had that courage after the 3 years we'd shared. There's no way I could endure that kind of torture again, especially when I'm carrying his baby. The baby. I had thought it was good news for us, but now it would be more like a burden to him, I guess. A burden that would prevent him from getting his true love and freedom. I knew how an unwanted child to grow up. My parents were divorced even before my mother died, and the new family of my father hated me, and it hurts like hell. I don't want my baby to experience the same thing I felt. I need to keep my baby away from it. I faked a smile again. We can't. I need to visit the studio for the photo shoot of our new models. I'll go with you. No, I pushed his hand. His eyes followed my hand before he lifted his face to look at me again. You have some documents to sign. Our schedules are already organized, remember, but I have a personal driver, Pierce. I'll be fine to go alone. He sighed and slowly nodded. I turned my back on him and entered the bathroom. I immediately opened the shower and stood under the cold water. Tears cascaded down my cheeks as I covered my mouth to suppress my sobs. My shoulders were trembling really badly, and when I thought about my baby, I swallowed hard and tried to calm myself down. I wiped my face and caressed my belly. I need to be strong. I need to stay calm. I shouldn't put my baby's life on the line just because I got my heart broken. I have to deal with this smartly. I sucked my breath and finished my bath. When I got out of the bathroom, I was shocked to see Pierce was still there. He was struggling to fix his tie in front of the full-length mirror. I also noticed my pair of heels and dress on the bed. Hey, I picked your dress for today. Since our marriage wasn't public, Pierce said he would try to do little things for me as a husband. He did it well, and I used to enjoy these sweet moments, but now it was going to kill me. I grabbed the dress and went inside the walk-in closet. I felt him following me. I put the white dress back and picked a red one. When I faced him, his forehead was creased. I smiled. I prefer red today. I'd feel beautiful in this dress. His eyes went to the dress I was holding and his face immediately calmed down. He nodded and walked towards me. I see. Help me fix this first. I put my dress on his arm and started fixing his tie. I could feel his eyes staring intently, and it was making my heart beat so fast. I took a deep breath and chewed my bottom lip as I struggled to fix the tie. My vision is becoming blurry again. Damn, Kelly. I jumped in shock. Are you okay? I looked at him and smiled. Yeah, I have another thing to say. I finished fixing his tie, so I immediately grabbed the dress from him. I glanced at him before I walked past him and spoke. Let's just talk some other time. I'm going to be late. I heard him sigh as he followed me again. I grabbed my underwear and got dressed while he was standing behind me. He's silent the whole time as if he's thinking about something. You should eat before you leave. I faced him and nodded. I will. You should go now, Kelly. We're on the same page, right? I stared at him. No, Pierce. We're never on the same page. All of these are just my stupid fantasies. I thought you had feelings for me and I was so wrong. If it's about the divorce, I understand everything. Pierce, I know what I have to do. Just give me some time because I'm really busy with the company. I will not run away, Kelly. I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm also doing this for you. You've been caged with me ever since we got married. I know you're not happy because deep inside, you also want to find the man you deserve. Someone who will really love you, not me, not someone who's half-hearted. I understand what you're trying to say, Pierce, I said and tried to turn my back, but he held me by the waist, keeping me in place. He did everything to capture my eyes and he succeeded. He looked at me worriedly, you are my best friend. I don't want to lose you, Kels, you're one of my few people ... double quotes I know, I said out of frustration. He looked shocked, so I calmed myself down. I know, you don't have to worry. I'm just stressed about work. It's not about our divorce. His lips parted and he slowly nodded as if he was able to breathe properly. He walked towards me and I froze when he gently kissed my forehead ... Thank you, Kelly, he whispered. My heart clenched. It had been 3 years, but I was still such a coward. Why couldn't you just tell him that you love him, Kelly? He's your husband and you're carrying his baby. Tell him, and he might change his mind. I swallowed hard and was about to tell him, but his phone rang. I didn't miss the caller ID. Again, it was Lexi. I gotta go. He scratched his head in apology and I didn't miss the upturned corners of his mouth. I called Luke and he's waiting outside. Eat before you go, okay? With that, he left our room. The tears I had managed to suppress burst out again. Why would I think I could have a chance? He made his choice already the moment he asked for the divorce, didn't he? Whenever it came to Lexi, I was always the one he would abandon. Kelly's Pav, I entered the studio wearing just 2-inch red heels and a red dress. Everyone was looking my way as I walked along the hallway. They were all greeting me with a smile, but my face remained stoic, not showing any emotions at all. The conversation with Pierce this morning was still lingering in my head, but I couldn't let it affect my work. I couldn't fail my work after I failed my marriage. I took a deep breath to adjust my condition. However, when I entered the photo shoot room, I could notice everyone was in chaos. We can't, she's not answering her calls. What should we do? The vice president is coming today. She'd get mad. We can just tell her the truth. She's nice. Not in this situation, Lily. She'd scold us. What's happening here? I asked as I graced the room. The staff were now looking at me with worried expressions, and I knew then that there was a problem. Gee, good morning, Miss Monroe, Miss Monroe. Of course, no one knew that Pierce and I were married except for our families. I felt a pinch in my heart because of that truth. It hurts. I stared at her blankly. What? We have a problem, Miss Monroe. Miss Chen, our model has been refusing our calls. She said she heard that we're changing our model, so she doesn't want to come here. She's even threatening to file a case against us. She bowed his head. I gritted my teeth and rolled my eyes around. Where's the marketing manager? As she's still trying to convince Miss Chen, Miss Monroe. I massaged my forehead and squeezed my eyes closed. I grabbed my hair and screamed in so much anger, I felt everyone around me jump in shock. I groaned and sucked my breath before looking around. Miss Monroe ... What is this? Miss Haley? You are the marketing manager. What is happening? Miss Monroe, I don't know how it happened, but Miss Chen heard that you are changing our model. She's about to file a case against us. Changing the model? How come I didn't know about this? Miss Chen had always been our trustful partner, and if not necessary, changing models for a commercial shoot on short notice would only cause a lot of trouble for the company. I would never allow such a cheap mistake. I never asked for that. You must be mistaken. I cut her words to save time. Fix this mess or I have to fire you. Miss Monroe ... It's Mr. President who asked us to change it. Haley spoke hesitantly. He ordered that as soon as he came back from his business trip yesterday. I was hit by the truth. Pierce's order. Why didn't he tell me? He used to discuss